Всем привет! Наконец-то я не дождался, начал проходить эту игру. Давно мечтал все пройти и никак. Инцидент. Фиделио. Наш самолет терпит крушение где-то в горах Исландии. Зима. Начнем игру.
Jesus.
Oh, that's just a little turbulent. Why are you so nervous, love?
I don't know. I didn't sleep well last night.
Oh, it's been a while since you...
It's nothing. I'll be fine. Just make sure that cargo's secure.
Всем приятного просмотра.
Things are shifting a little, but...
Damn it!
Alright, that was quite a belt. Let's get our minds on something else. You ever still think about Ireland?
It's 30 years since I've been there, Leonor. I don't remember anything.
Don't be daft.
Игра вышла в
Tell me a story
2017 году.
about, when you were a little boy.
Alright. Did I ever tell you about the time I stole a box of sweets?
No, you haven't.
I was maybe 7 or 8. I was at the corner store with me dad. He gave me enough money for one box. But I thought, wouldn't it be grand to get the box for him instead?
Oh, that's sweet.
Well, I'm not so sure. I think I'd done something at the time and was trying to make up for it. But as much as I wanted to give him the sweets, I still wanted some, you know? So I bought the one and pocketed the other.
Oh, no.
And just as soon as I paid him, man, I turned around and saw me dad. Just staring at me.
Oh, no. Did he know what you done? Or did you get away with it?
Well, that's the thing. He...
Shit! Oh, my God! Stanley!
Put your
Stanley,
seatbelt
look!
on!
The left engine's on fire!
No. Oh, Christ, this isn't good.
Stanley, what's happening?
We're going down, love, okay? I need you to hold on, get in the brace position.
No. Shit.
Leonora!
Stanley!
Да, там очень холодно. Надеюсь, экран не громко. Самолет.
Where?
Где? Так, вот здесь мы очнулись. Сиденье. Надо погреться. Срочно. Не дают залезть.
Leonor, where are you, love?
Любимый, где ты?
Up there. My plane.
Там, наверное, мой самолет, конечно. Фак.
Jesus Christ.
Вот она тебе звонит. На мобильный телефон.
God. No. Leonor.
Вот он, mobильник.
Leonor?
Stanley?
Leonor, yes, it's Stanley.
Stanley, are you there?
I can hear you, love. I'm here.
Must have picked up. Christ, I hope you can hear me.
Fucking mobile's broken. She can't hear me.
I'm still in the plane. Or part of the plane. My leg is strapped.
Christ.
I can't move. Stanley, I don't know where I am. But I can't see you, but there's smoke. There's black smoke. See?
Lena. Black smoke. She's still. Pull it together, Stanley. Do what needs to be done.
Так. Пойдем искать. Да, не дай бог так упасть. В такую холодину. Ну, это хоть гейзеры есть, погреться можно.
This is good. Got to stay warm. All right. Better get moving. So cold.
Здесь тоже хоть огонек есть. Пещера.
That's too dark.
Перевод не весь, конечно. Ну, она вообще оригинальная на английском языке. Вся полностью. Ну, это перевод есть, расшифратор, но он половину не переводит в игре. Игра полностью на английском языке. Так что вот и записка. Ну, это карта.
So many islands. Even I'm not sure which one we're on.
Это карта. Так. Вот еще одна.
The manifest. We should have landed hours ago. They'll have to know we're missing. Send out a search party. Please, God.
Так. А, там мы были, да. Там мы были. Там мы уже были, в том месте. Играю первый раз в нее. Так, надо залезть туда, как-то пройти. Мы сможем там, интересно, залезть или нет? Здесь есть проход, сейчас погреемся. Так.
What is this?
Вот еще записка.
I was afraid of this. I knew from the moment I saw Stanley clutching that tiny body in his arms that the nightmares would come back. They're worse than ever. I can feel Stanley's heart breaking with every shuddering breath. I heard him say, "Don't go." Is he talking to me?
Так, все. Так, погрелись. Так, там вроде ничего нет.
There's the black smoke. Need to find a way to that peak.
Игра, конечно, старенькая, но прикольная.
Oh God. Shelter.
Есть самолет. О, фонарик. У нас есть фонарик.
God, this torch still works.
Сюда не пойдем. Здесь вода. Горячая. Бункер. Закрыто.
Oh, it's locked.
Ну да,
Shit.
закрыто. Так. А там у нас карточки нигде нету. Интересно. Погреемся. Не, наверное, нету.
Molly and I were at Rory's pub when in walked Stanley Whittaker. I picked up my pint and walked over to meet him in the middle of the room. When he saw me coming, his eyes lit up with this big, beautiful, goofy smile. I threw him a drink in his face. Then I grabbed him by his collar and I told him to keep his big trap shut about my father. Stanley blinked away the bear and said he was only looking out for me because
Что-то
Mr.
про отца она
Fancy
там
Shoes was
говорит.
just too good looking and that I should have a plain fella so everyone would notice the beautiful woman. He said,
Ой, не, тихо. Да послушаем, что
Molly
там.
and I were at Rory's pub when in walked Stanley Whittaker. I picked up my pint and walked over to meet him in the middle of the room. When he saw me coming, his eyes lit up with this big, beautiful, goofy smile. I threw him a drink in his face. Then I grabbed him by his collar and I told him to keep his big trap shut about my father. Stanley blinked away the bear and said he was only looking out for me because Mr. Fancy Shoes was just too good looking and that I should have a plain fella so everyone would notice the beautiful woman. He said I was luminous. Then he said people would also know that I'm brave. God knows why, but I laughed and I asked him, "Oh, why am I brave?" "Oh, you'd have to be," he said, "to be seen with a bloke like me." Well, the entire pub burst into laughter. And then Rory threw him a towel and Stanley caught it. without taking his eyes off me.
Так, здесь все, да? Все, там ничего нету. Коробки только. Коробочки. Так, там разобьемся. Ладно, пойдем погреемся сейчас обратно. И пойдем назад. Вода. Там мы не пройдем, потому что она горячая. Слишком. Гитара. Ну, я так понимаю, нам сюда.
As this icy stone closes in around me, I'm overwhelmed by a fear that the last 30 years together was only a dream.
Так, мы туда пройдем, нет?
That I'm still trapped,
Трубы.
still locked
бункера.
away in the dark.
Нет, туда нас не пускают.
As I cross this godforsaken island to find you, every agonizing step reminds me that the dream is over. But the pain reminds me that I'm still alive. And as long as I live, there is hope.
Инди-хоррор, ну как он называется, типа хоррора. Ну это приключение больше всего.
I will find you.
Чем это? Круто. Ледник.
Stunning.
Это он сам отключил фонарь, это не я.
It's like a cathedral.
Это не я. Даже старенькое с удовольствием проходить. Вот я не играл, вот играю первый раз, интересно. Здорово.
Looks like a way out. But I can't climb this ice.
Так, вот.
Oh, you poor bastard.
Вот, мужичку не повезло.
At least I won't stay trapped in this cave.
Хоть ты нас спасешь.
Зашел в чат, Фрики Бабет.
Свобода.
Leonor.
Ленор звонит.
I can see the lockbox. It's empty.
The crash must have broke open. All the case files, all the information. My diary. You have to find him.
Дневник потерял, он дневник собирает записки
If anyone comes, they
при
can't
падении.
find out who we are.
Bollocks. All this time, we've been so careful.
Хоть погреемся. Так,
Oh, what now? My God. No.
ой, ёлки, матрешкина, провались. А там так холодно. Очень. Человек уже помер давно. Он еще жив.
Earthquakes.
Вентиляция, блин. Там жарко.
Another bunker.
Вот бункер, да. Еще один бункер. Так, погреемся хоть. То замерзнем.
I can't stop thinking about the dream. We were flying in the plane, but I wasn't afraid. I was giddy with excitement because we were flying back to Ireland. Stanley dove the plane so fast I could feel my stomach floating, and we were laughing like we haven't laughed in ages. As we dipped out of the clouds and swooped in over the ocean, I could see the white cliffs and green hills. Stone walls and hedges divided the patchwork fields dotted with livestock. And our tray welcoming us home. Then I woke up in this hot, filthy room, dripping with sweat. Stanley's still sleeping. No nightmares, thank God. Maybe it's my turn.
Так, ладно. Так. Нас не пустят.
Shit.
Нет,
I'll never
нет.
break through that ice.
Здесь я замерзла в воде, во льду. Но дорога закрыта. Так, ну пойдем туда. Сходим. И там у нас чего-то. Сходим сейчас сюда, посмотрим здесь. Так, ну здесь я пока ничего не вижу. Это нормально. Пока добегаем, путь не особо мерзлым.
Another page from her journal.
Вот еще один.
Mother's crying in the next room.
Это код, походу,
She
дела.
says it's because she's hoping that I don't
3128.
believe her.
Ага.
My father is getting out of prison. My friends protest the unlawful imprisonments, but I wish they'd kept Michael O'Shea locked up forever. Life in prison isn't long enough for him. It would kill my mother if she ever read this. What if Michael ever read it? Would it kill him? Or would he kill me? Well, the violence didn't stop when he was on the inside. But at least when I read about something terrible in the paper, I knew my father wasn't the cause. But now, God help us all.
Так, код у нас есть. Так, пойдем туда сходим, на ту сторону, там что-то тоже валяется. Перейдем здесь. Ой-ой-ой-ой-ой. Зашли неудачно. Вот здесь тоже дневник.
Stanley took me to this lovely old tree on the cliffs overlooking the sea. It was just the perfect spot. Then I saw there were notches carved into the trunk. I pointed them out to him and asked him how many other girls had he brought here. Stanley laughed and said when he was just a lad, he and his dad would come to the same spot for picnics, and Paddy would notch the tree to show how much Stanley had grown. I turned as red as a beetroot and muttered some kind of apology. When we sat down to eat lunch, I saw another notch at the base of the tree. When I asked him what that one was for, he winked and said, Margaret Kane.
Так, сейчас мы хотя бы... А, здесь... Не успеем, блин. Добежать, а может успеем?
Thin ice. I've got to be
Давай,
careful.
давай. Давай, родной. Беги. Не успею. Замерзла. Да. Чуток не успели добежать, прям буквально. Пока эти записки читали, конечно, не особо интересно. Так. Пойдем-ка туда. Надеюсь, нам сюда. Пойдем ли там? Ну да. Сюда и заодно записка здесь.
Mother begged me not to go, but I assured her it was a peaceful
А это
rally.
продолжение
Molly wouldn't go
кода.
with me. She was afraid the army would show up. So I dragged Stanley with me. I thought for sure he'd want to be there because his father was one of the speakers. Paddy Whitaker was an electrifying presence. People were cheering and clapping as he spoke about the end to the violence, a peaceful end to the troubles. He spoke with such conviction, I nearly wept. But when I looked over at Stanley, he was wearing fucking headphones and messing with his cassette player. He said he'd heard it all before. I couldn't...
Ой, не, ладно. Фиг с ней, потом посмотрим, почитает, а потом зачтет. Ух, сейчас туда бы. Ну, короче, нам сюда, походу. Ну, мы код знаем уже. Так, сейчас. Так, какой там у нас был? 3.
First the shelter.
Так,
Now this lock. I've
3,
got to find a way through.
3, 1, 2, 8 и 0, по-моему, да, 0.
I don't believe it.
Он самый.
Those numbers from the journal. This makes no sense.
Он самый. Опять в воду. Тихо. Да, сейчас до костра. Нам до костра нужно. Вот здесь постоим, подсохнем хоть что. Здесь мы не залезем.
Got to get warm. Got to get warm.
Тихо.
Well, this valve. Maybe.
Вот сюда.
That's good. Oh, thank God.
О, как хорошо. Так, нет, давай-ка мы сейчас, наверное, в ту сторону, я не знаю, добежим, там тоже пламя у нас горит какое-то. здесь вот
I
тоже.
don't know what's wrong with that man. Stanley came into Rory's pub tonight, sweaty and out of breath. His eye was swollen, his lip was bleeding, and he looked as proud as a peacock. He and one of his no-good mates went messing into East Belfast to stir up trouble. Stanley had the brilliant idea to spray the Story Plough over a Unionist mural, but they got caught by some locals and they got into a scrap. Rory thought that was a gas and bought Stanley a pint. I told Stanley he was an idiot. What if he'd been caught by the guard or the UVF? They'd have bloody killed him. But he was just too proud of himself to listen.
Так, хоть посохли чуток. Попу свой погреем. Так, ну нам, наверное, туда все-таки. В ту степь. Да, и туда к пламени. Где у нас горит. Мы уже начинаем замерзать потихоньку. Успеем, успеем. О. Так, у нас ничего не было? Нет, ничего. Так, нам нужно это запитать. Гейзер. Так
Is
вот,
this another
так
bunker?
вот, ага.
How
Вот
many are there?
бункер, блин. Вот он, бункер. Вот здесь тепло. Так, там заперто. Там тоже, блин. Там тоже. Здесь у нас сейчас открыто будет. Вот нам хоть хорошо, хоть дали знать, куда бежать. Так, туда. Я надеюсь, мы правильно бежим. Хоть погреться. Вот записка еще одна.
My face hurts from trying to...
Нет, пока мы не будем ее читать, пока мы пойдем это откроем штуку, а то мы замерзнем.
It must all be connected.
Так. Вот можно ее...
My face hurts from trying to smile all night. I can't blame Stanley. There's no way he could have known. He's not that cruel. He knew I was named after Beethoven's opera and just assumed that I'd be a fan. But it was my father who loved the opera. He'd blast those records into the night and stagger about with a half-empty bottle, waving it in time with the music. It was terrifying. But I love Stanley. So I gripped his hand and smiled through the entire performance.
Так, ладно. Так, а там что у нас? Опять.
Stanley, are you there? Oh, it's so cold. My head's so shivering. My leg, it's gone numb. At least it doesn't hurt anymore. I might have fallen asleep. Oh, I thought I heard voices. I don't remember what time it is. I think it'll be dark soon. But I don't think I'll make it through the night.
Быстро мерзнем.
You've got to stay warm.
Oh, God.
Связь
Hypothermia
теряется.
must be setting in.
Так, а там что? Там тоже что-то. Выгорает. А там тоже записка.
Molly and I snuck out to a party tonight. It was in full swing by the time we got there, meaning all the boys were bollocksed. Well, not all. We weren't there long when this beautiful lad hands me a beer and said his name was Cullen. I was tall with bright green eyes and he wore neon-coloured runners. I asked him if it was his party. He shook his head and said that knew it was my party. Then he turned and waved his hand around like he was the great fucking Gatsby. And the first thing we saw was Stanley Whittaker throwing up in the kitchen sink. I laughed and said he could have his party back. Oh, we blathered for a while and we were really getting on when Stanley Whittaker stumbled over and asked Colin if he ever wore those shoes outside. And before I could tell him to fuck off, Stanley asked Colin if he knew I was the daughter of Michael O'Shea. I felt my legs go numb. Colin couldn't get away from me fast enough.
А, так. Все, да? Все, взяли. Почитали. Так, пойдем.
Oh, shit!
Ну чё, господи.
Fuck!
Ох, ё-моё. Нет, там у нас
Hail's too strong.
обвал. Надо что-то найти, блин. Потому что бесполезно идти туда. Надо нам чего-то, блин, раздобыть. Где-то что-то раздобыть надо такое. Какую-то хрень. Так, а куда? А может, блин, куда-нибудь в другую сторону там есть? Вот там тоже есть, но, блин, я боюсь, мы не зайдем туда. А, ну-ка, 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 ну-ка. Сейчас. Может, наверх там куда-нибудь есть проход? Нет. Нет, здесь нету. Угу. Ну там мы не дойдем, потому что в ту степь мы не ходили. Если только где-нибудь давление открыть, вот, перекрыть. А, здесь винтик есть. О, точно. Сейчас погреемся и пойдем. Я что-то не посмотрел. Да, я прикидываю, там какой мороз. Хотя говорят, там не чувствуется мороз. Обледенение быстро срабатывает. Так, что это? О, люк.
This thing. Christ, I hope it's big enough to protect me.
Вот он и нам нужен. Как раз здесь пара, вот, и он обледенеет постоянно в нем. Обледенение идет. Вот, погрелись мы, пошли. А, теперь не страшно.
The door. It's working. Kiss my arse. Fucking island.
Поцелуй меня в задницу.
The black smoke. Nearly there.
Что это такое?
Oh no.
О, нет.
Oh Christ, what now? Oh fuck! Help! Help me! No. No! I was right there. What do you want from me? Tell me what you want from me.
Не все переводит.
Pull it together, Stanley. The sooner you find Leonore, the sooner you can get her off this fucking island. Just find her.
И что? Хоть погреемся.
I will not be a prisoner's wife. I will not become like those other empty wives, like my mother. I will not be looked after or taken care of, isolated. There is no light without him. He is my heart, and I cannot live without my heart. I'll do whatever it takes to get him out. I will not be a prisoner's wife.
Так. Ни черта не видно. А вон что-то горит. И вон что-то горит.
I don't know what's going on with Stanley. I'm afraid he's gone mad. Tonight I was waiting for him at Rory's pub. Rory was complaining about his fucking hand again. When Stanley finally showed up, he looked white as a ghost. He grabbed my elbow and said we had to go. I'd been there a while, so I was in no mood to be handled. I told him to sit down while I finished my pint. But he snatched it from my hand and smashed it on the floor. Oh, Rory started shouting bloody murder, and that's when Stanley went for him. He threw himself at Rory, clutching for his throat. Rory was so shocked he slipped and fell to the floor. It took all my strength to pull Stanley off and drag him toward the front door. Rory stayed behind the bar, cursing all the Whittakers.
Так, ладно. Так, ну куда? Явно не сюда. Да. Надо обратно. Вот туда.
I'm lost. Leonore, please call. Let me hear your voice.
Ключ
Of
нужен.
course. Missing the fucking handle.
Да. Бункер у нас замерз, он. Ладно, еще найдем. Вот языки не видно. Наверное, где-нибудь там. Да, скорее всего, где-нибудь здесь.
So many funerals today. I was with Stanley at his father's funeral. There was quite a crowd of people. I told Stanley his father would be proud of the turnout, but he said Paddy would just want to make a speech. The police were watching the crowd, but they didn't bother anyone. They were hidden, but I spotted them straight away. I had to help Stanley write the eulogy for Paddy, but when it came time to read it, he couldn't speak. He gripped the sides of the lectern so hard, I feared it would splinter in his hands. Finally, Stanley said Paddy was a speechmaker, but he wasn't enough like his father to do him justice. He just folded up the speech and left in silence.
Так, ладно. Сейчас погреемся и пойдем. Так, там у нас тоже что-то дымок какой-то. Там, во, кит, походу дела. Во, а вот тут видишь.
I'll take that.
Это нормально. Думал, сколько их, без хрена. Без хрена. Главное, надеюсь, чтоб не это. Ну там что у нас?
All dead.
То есть цепи.
Everywhere.
Вот еще.
I wonder why you keep these damn journals. There are so many things I wish I could forget. Today at the school site, my senses were filled with the buzzing of insects and the smell of the jungle. But then, all at once, I thought I was back in Belfast. The air rocked with a heavy thud of a bomb exploding. Stanley took off in a dead run towards the sound. A cow had set off an old landmine, and there was a man at the edge of the field shouting for everyone to stay back. But Stanley, he charged past him, splashing into the mud. I wanted to stop him. My voice froze in my throat when I saw Stanley lift the tiny body out of the grass. The boy's name was Udom. He had been walking with the cow. Udom's father collapsed as Stanley gently passed the boy to him. Udom's father kept apologizing over and over for not protecting him from the evils brought to this village.
Все. Отчиталось. Так, все, да? Все, пошли. Мы еще погреемся и побежим открывать бункер.
Finally, an open door.
Так, ага. Тут тепло пошло. И оттает, надеюсь, там все. Здесь уже вода.
Oh, great. More
О
freezing
боже
water.
мой, говорит. Ой, ой. 0,1. Отсек. Так, а там что? Давай сбегаем, посмотрим. 0,1. А, это 0,1. Давление. Так, ага. О.
Come on.
Вот что-то у нас есть. Так, 0,1. Сколько воды, сразу все оттаяло. Ну, один еще надо, наверное, вот эти ворота надо открыть. Сейчас откроем. Потом что у нас? 02.
There's not much shelter. This place is bloody cold. I've got to move quickly.
Мерзнет. О, еще.
That's a big fucking door.
Так.
Ice now. Fuck, it's cold down here.
Так.
Looks like it's been deserted for ages. What the hell was this place? Some Cold War bomb shelter?
А, здесь что-то вот. О, давай, беги. Тепло, хорошо. Пульт какой-то. О, пропуск.
A key card. Let's
Ключ-карта.
see if it still works.
Это хорошо. Ключ-карта.
I've got to get out of this place. Stuck in the ice.
Здесь все замерзло, да? Я. Ну, хоть здесь, хоть тепло. Одно радует. Я. Отмерзла дверь.
There's got to be some way out.
Хоррор-канал. Здоров.
Здорово. О,
I don't
пульт.
like the looks of this.
Хоррор-канал. Хорошего стрима.
Hello?
Спасибо,
Who's there?
Лех. Ой, Сань.
Can you help? We've been in a plane crash. My wife.
Давно я хотел в эту игру сыграть. Еще 2017 года.
But you,
А только взялся. Вот классификатор скачал.
I'm trying to find.
Ну, половину переводит, половину нет. Интересная такая игра.
Stanley
Приключений.
Whitaker. My name is.
For the son of Paddy Whitaker to do something like this. They say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, but it's like you came from a different tree altogether.
What are you talking about? What am I doing here?
You know exactly why you're here.
I'm trying to find my wife.
I've done nothing wrong. Usually I'd say that's a matter of perspective, but not in this case.
Tell me where she is.
I've only got one question for you, Stanley. Why did you bomb that pub?
Негромкая игра.
What's this about?
You're talking about Rory's pub? You think I
That
did
was
that?
30 years
You're
ago.
mad.
That wasn't me.
Rory was a mate. I would never understand the question. I wasn't asking whether or not you did it.
Так,
Why did
что-то у
you
нас
bomb
открылось.
that pub?
Камера.
Where is Leonore?
Хоррор-канал. Нет.
Нормально, да? Ну, он тоже считается психологический хоррор. Инди. А ты в нее играл, Сань?
Wasn't that an IRA pub?
Bollocks. Rory wasn't political.
With all those dissident Republicans who drank there?
Everybody drank there. It was just a local.
What about your father? Did Paddy Whitaker drink at the local?
No.
No.
Your father, the famous peace activist, wouldn't step
Она
foot
там
inside
в
his
Стиме
facility
200
when
рублей
he
что
is
стоит.
old. Michael is
Недорого.
still IRA. But then you go and marry his daughter.
I don't want to hear this.
Jesus, I can't imagine the look on your father's face when you told him. Surprised it didn't kill him on the spot.
No. It was the police that killed him.
Then why did
Хоррор-канал. Вроде играл.
Help me understand.
Ну, он потерпел крушение в Исландии где-то там,
You got the wrong fella.
в горах.
Frankly, I'm glad you chose that pub. Probably saved us a mess of trouble.
Please.
Bunch of tossers and toe rags, all of them.
Just let me go.
All of them criminals. Except
Покойнички.
her.
Please.
Fiona Miller was just a little girl. You're gonna pay for that.
Go to hell.
Look around. We're already
Открывается.
there.
Камера. Лабиринт. Мужик, ты кто? Тоже он. Он тоже сидит. У нас изначально на английском языке, а это так перевод сделали, но он это и для пиратки подходит, для стима. Ну не весь, конечно, он перевод. Там какой-то мужик натыкается, мы по кругу ходим.
I can't believe that you're the one shagging Michael O'Shea's daughter.
Leave her out of this.
What's she like, eh? I'll bet she's a wild one.
What the fuck is this all about?
I just might have to go pay her a visit while you're stuck in here.
She's got nothing to do with any of it.
Maybe me and some of the lads.
If you ever lay your fucking finger on her...
You'll what? What'll you do? Blow me up too? You want to protect your little whore? Sign that statement.
Да. Так. Где мы пройдем? Вот, да, закрывается. Ворота.
What? It can't be.
Давай.
Dear Leonor, I don't know when this letter will reach you, if it will reach you at all. I can only pray that it will. Our world is clouded by the fog of war, but in the time I spent with you, things finally became clear. For the first time, I thought I could imagine a future, a life with you. But that's all over now. Sometime very soon, I'm going to be transferred to the maze.
Ну, я думал, постримите или просто видос подписать.
I don't know where it'll
Плюнул,
go when it's
надумал,
over,
думал, ладно.
but I'm not afraid.
Всю игру
Because I've
пройду
seen
на
hell.
стриме и все.
This is it. And it's cold, and it's dark, and I've no way to reach you. Leonor, you are my life,
Ленор,
but we have no
ты мой
future
свет.
together, and I'll not have you wait for me. Forget about me.
Растерялась весь дневник с этим крушением. Во-во-во, открывается. Так, давай.
Stanley, can you hear me? Stanley, it's time to wake up.
Слышит он тебя,
You
слышит.
have to move on.
Нужно двигаться.
The dream is over.
What the hell just happened? Just a nightmare, right? It's all over now. It's over.
Тоже головоломки здесь, ну такие, не особо. Эти. Вот сейчас будет. По-моему, здесь надо будет сейчас мух вот этих вот, которые, если я не ошибаюсь. Да, точно. Точно. Вот
I
дневник
can
ее.
hardly feel the pin in my fingers. My whole body is numb. I could hardly see the words on the page. I can't stop crying.
Вот психиатр дневник не озвучит, то есть не переводит.
Stanley has been arrested for the bombing of Rory's pub. Someone must have set him up. I asked my father if he knew who would do this to Stanley. He just said that I should move on. Stanley won't live long inside prison. I nearly spit in his eye. I swear by all that's holy, if I find out that he had anything to do with Stanley being arrested, I'll burn him alive.
Так, ладно, так, все. Да, я вспомнил. Вот мухи эти гребаные. Рой. Я видел, по крайней мере, ролик. Вот они, вот. Задымление.
Insects. Ha! Take that, you little fuckers.
Сейчас вам будет труба. Надо на это дерево залезть. А чтобы пройти, ему надо этих мух отогнать. Не, чтобы какой-нибудь противогаз одел бы. Защитный костюм. Вот сколько их. Монстры. Мухи.
Хоррор-канал. У меня на старом канале было прохождение.
Everything is in place. But the air feels
Не,
full
нормальная
and empty in my
игрушка.
chest. Oh, I can
Не
hear my heart
напрягает.
pounding in my ears. In just a few hours, life, as I know it, will be over. But that's only if I'm very lucky. Otherwise, my life will just be over. Today I'm rescuing Stanley.
Thank you, love. Now it's time for me
Спасибо,
to return to
любимый,
Fair.
что там писал свою вела дневник. Не о нем, не о себе. Так,
Oh, come on.
закрыто, да?
Why
Да,
is this
блин.
locked?
Здесь все заблокировано. Вот еще один.
We hadn't been to the ocean since spring, and it was a shock to see our tree so barren and frail. As we walked, Stanley wrapped his coat around my shoulders. It was still warm from his body, and I pulled the collar up to my nose to see if it still smelled like him. It didn't. It just smelled of dust and mothballs. Stanley said his father would bring him here and say, "This is why we struggle." He thinks that now he finally understands what his father meant. But I wonder. I laid the jacket on the ground and pulled us both onto it. I just wanted to make him forget the rest of the day. I wanted to forget the rest of the world except for him. The grass was itchy and dry and the sky was as white as butcher paper. Neither of us bothered to speak another word. The cold wind would have just carried our words away.
Так.
That water looks disgusting. disgusting.
Ну не то слово. Давай залезем. Что там у нас интересного? А, минт. Сейчас спустим в воду. А вода не уходит. Но все равно ее сливать надо. Застоялая вода.
At least that water isn't freezing. It's just
Погреемся.
foul.
Погреемся. В этой воде.
That cleared him away.
Так, все, пошли на ту сторону. Бух отогнали.
Could be a shortcut to the top of the mountain.
Так, туда мы не пройдем. Ну сколько их здесь
It's
летает.
heavy with the stink of rot and the buzzing of those damned insects. I don't hear it so much as feel it. I'm afraid it might drive me mad. If I'm not mad already.
Так, здесь у нас нет. Понятно. Так, ща. Здесь тоже закрыто все. Ай. Теперь бегай. Здесь тоже. Гудбай, Вася.
What a jumbled mess.
Понятно.
There were so many people in the market, I couldn't hear myself think. I needed to get out of there. But when I asked Stanley to choose something for supper, he just replied with his usual, whatever you want. I wanted him to make a decision for once, so I could stop thinking about absolutely everything all the time. The bags were so heavy and my hands were cramping, and someone close by smelled like goat. It may have even been me. So I dropped everything and let the bags spill all over the street. I didn't care. I'm sick of the crowds and the
Ну
stink
что, ты
of
бы это
parade.
душнилово играл?
I want to walk through green grass.
В НЛО.
Feel cool air on my
Пришельцы.
skin. Under a sky the color of butcher paper.
Я так чуток посмотрел, думаю, не. Что-то мне неохота. Не, ну можно раз приколоться, конечно, или видос снять какой-нибудь. Люди недовольны, люди отдают, возвращают деньги за игру.
Хоррор-канал. Да в обед записывал.
А. Так, что это у нас?
Хоррор-канал. Так игра гомна.
Ну да, люди вон. Некоторые даже это возвращают бабки свои за игру. Чуток поиграют и все.
Ah, good. Those bugs are gone.
Говорит, пошли вы все в баню с этими. Так, все, мы все собрали, все записки. Вроде все. Да это кто-то из наших там зафигачил, сотворил эту фигню. Кто-то из наших. Так, нет. А чё я сюда пришел-то? Ой, я дурень-то, надо там за это сделать. Открыть Я сюда
Хоррор
приезжаю.
канал. Игра багованная просто жесть.
Ну да. Так. Ага, все. Так, подожди. Так, да. Да. Сейчас мы переключим эту хрень. Ага. Вот еще записка.
Molly works at the prison. She was worried about taking the job, but my father insisted it was good to have one of our own on the inside. He just wanted to use her. But it turns out,
Завтра
I'm
тоже
the one
какой-то
putting
он
her at
детский. Я не
risk.
помню, у меня есть это демка, дем
She puts the powder
прохождения.
inside,
Ну, типа
and there's a lad from the
детский
neighborhood
хоррор
who will
такой.
slip it into Stanley's breakfast. If he eats enough, the pain in his guts will be so bad they'll transfer him to the hospital. But
Он
if he
вчера или
eats too
сегодня
much,
что вышел на
it could kill him.
ну, на PC вот это, на PSP. На Соньку. А сегодня, завтра, да, послезавтра выйдет уже на ПК. Все вроде, да? Вроде все. Так. Вроде здесь все. Ёшкин кот там. Так, ща я посмотрю там. Там вроде все. Да. Сейчас мы там переключим. Этот пар уберем отсюда. Да вроде все правильно. Что-то не то, что-то я забыл. Что-то я забыл. Шахта. здесь, наверное. Точно. Закроем. Ох, ах, не-не-не-не. Нет, начни здесь. Значит, там, на той стороне. Что-то надо переключить мне. В обратку. Мне здесь закрыто все. Не дает. Хотя винт открыт нормально. Так. Мне вон ту надо. Ага, вот. Нет. Нет. Так, сейчас. О, тихо, 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 тихо. Так. Ага. Нифига, это открыл-то, блин. Эту штуку, блин. Да? Так, сейчас застрял. Угу. Угу.
All right. Now the path is clear.
Нормально, открыли. Все.
I'm trying to stay awake. Keep my mind on... Before the plane crashed, you didn't finish your story. Right at the time you stole the box of sweets. But I think I know exactly how it ended. Your dad, he knew what you'd done. He just didn't
Там
know
еще
why.
тоже, блин. Надо будет
He
сейчас.
never asked you about it. Never accused you of anything. So you never told him the truth. But it was always there, wasn't it? An abandoned space between you. Like an unfinished story.
She sounds so weak. Hang on, Leonor.
Еще.
I couldn't go to my father for help. He's all for letting Stanley take the fall. But the mad bastard with me
3
today
апреля.
didn't know that. So he did everything I told him, including stealing an ambulance. Molly called us about Stanley's medical transfer, which gave us a head start on the real ambulance. I looked ridiculous in the uniform, but our documents were perfect. So I kept my head up and let Stanley inspire my confidence. Even so, I nearly fainted when the guards wheeled him out on the gurney. He looked dead already. The guards loaded him on board.
Главное, не давали скачать. Вот что,
5
эту
minutes out, and the
игру-то.
mad bastard dosed both the guards with anesthesia.
Нигде не было. Дня 2-3 прошло и...
Хоррор-канал. Ты в эпике игры забираешь?
Да, собираю. Там что раздают? Забирал. Я этот Payday, что ли, там что-то раздавали-то на той неделе.
Хоррор-канал. Payday 2.
Да, я взял, брал его. Этот Payday, ну, возьму на всякий случай. Хотя он у меня есть в Стиме. Так. Теперь нам сейчас вот этот вот. Угу. Опять воду, ёшкин кот. Пойдем. Воду. Сейчас. Ни фонарик не включить, ничего. Цветок в воду нырнул. Нету ничего не отвернуть, не завернуть. Дверь не открывается, как обычно.
I don't even want to think what's growing in there. But that's rotten. Oh, Christ.
Ну, там такой тухляк стоит.
Let's see if that helps with the smell.
Вода выливается. Вот как здесь. С этого бункера.
Nope.
Так,
Now we
это
can see
ничего.
what I'm working with.
Еще записка.
Rory hosted a wake at his pub for the victims of Wednesday. I think he was just trying to show off. He got arrested last year for dealing, and the police broke his hand, so suddenly he's all political. Stanley and I sat in the car for a long time, watching the front door swallow all the black suits until the pub looked like it was filled with ink. Stanley opened the car door, but I grabbed his arm and asked him to take me to our tree. I felt a crippling anxiety that if I went into that black pub, I'd never see the sky again. Stanley didn't say a word. He just started the car, and we drove away.
Так. Здесь ничего у нас нет. Ничего. Ладно, пойдем в бункер. Спустимся, посмотрим. Щиток. Это продолжение. Анабиоз. Амнезия. Так, здесь что-то у нас закрыто. Ага. А там что у нас? Во. Можно, кстати, закрыть. Бог. Ничего, дальше. Наверное, вот здесь вот. О.
What? That's it? Is that all you got?
О, кровище
Oh, you
пошла.
bastard.
И
Need to figure
вода с
something out.
кровью.
The bugs are still there.
Все. Не дают. Надеюсь, нам туда. Может, нас пропустят? О, что это такое?
A scarf. This makes no
Так,
sense.
во, девушки-матрешки. То, что нам надо. Защита. От москитов. От мух. Jesus, мой бог.
Almost there, Leonor.
Кому-то там
Almost there, love.
кто-то обделался на этом месте. Во, нормально.
Mother Mary, Paddy has been killed. The British papers named it the Boxing Day Raid, but it wasn't a raid. Around here they're calling it the Wren's Day Massacre. 7 people shot down on the day after Christmas. I don't know what they're meeting about, and I don't want to know. They were all violent men except for Stanley's father. What was Paddy Whitaker doing there? And how did he hear about the meeting?
Что-то про Новый
Was he
год.
trying to
Что-то
talk them
скоро
through whatever
Новый
they were
год.
planning?
6 декабря.
Poor Stanley. He must be going through hell.
Так, ладно, мы тебя поняли. Так, все. Сейчас наверх. Сам фонарик включает автоматически и выключил. Нам еще туда лезть.
I can do this again.
Давай. Ова. Такой спокойно играй. Нет никаких там этих перестрелок.
Don't look down. Don't
Ну
look down.
красиво, блин, да? Не смотри вниз. А то голова закружится. Здорово. Вид хороший. Пока кислород хватает ему.
One step at a time.
Во. Самолет. Остатки самолета. Двигатель.
Where?
Где это я?
No. No, no, no. She's not here. Please tell me what you want. I've done everything I could.
Я сделал все, так, все, что мог, так, нам сюда. Ну, красиво.
Haven't I done enough? Haven't I?
Можно покурить, оправиться.
Please.
А это что такое? Так, что-то у нас. Нам наверх? Или вниз?
Do you know who I am, boy?
Ну-ка, давай вниз лучше.
You're Leonor's father.
Там-то у нас Нет,
Michael O'Shea.
пойдем наверх.
You know my
Ты
name,
толкнул
but do you
идти
know
туда.
who I am?
Yeah. I know exactly who you are.
Что-то тоже какую-то мне игру напоминает. Тоже по такой штуке лезешь наверх. Так, о.
I was there at the Incident massacre when your father died. I didn't agree with him, man. I thought he was naive. He called me a terrorist and a criminal, but he said it to my face. I respected him. That's why I agreed to meet with him that day.
You agreed.
И это. Опа. Откройте
You
дверь.
think my father told the police? Is that it?
I know exactly who it was. That's why I'm here. Rory Cochrane is a police informant.
Rory?
They turned him after his arrest, dealing drugs at his own pub.
No! He's a mate! There's no way!
У него уже глюки. Бог видится. Вернись, Стэнли, вернись. Ну точно. Он уже это.
What do you want from me?
Leonore,
Богу душу
she's
отдает.
gonna be with a man who can take care of his obligations, take care of his family.
I would. I will.
I'm gonna give you a chance to prove it. So you tell me, are you gonna do what needs to be done?
God help us all.
О, бар.
You can't be.
Знакомая песенка.
Christ. This is Rory's birthday.
Там Титаника случайно нету? Вроде нету. Пиратская песня. Фотки какие-то. Пиво современное. Кто-то поет. Невидимка.
Please, mister, can you find my dad? Tell him I want to go home.
Сейчас найдем. Твой филомастер. Вон, что там? Лежит.
If you're looking for the little girl's dad, he's over there throwing darts.
Ключ. Я-я-я, я-я-я-я-я. Я-я-я. На. Ключик тебе.
This isn't right.
Okay, okay. I'll be right over. And tell her not to forget her scarf.
Поэт.
Oh my god.
О,
No, not again. Christ.
нет, господи, не бьет. Сейчас взрыв.
Life is but a dream.
Oh, my God, I'm burning up. I'm burning.
Сейчас эффекты.
No. I'm
Пожар.
I'm still alive. Thank God. Oh, Christ. Okay. I'm okay.
Да, главное не волноваться. Будь спокойным.
The steam. It's putting out the fire.
Ага, и там загорелось сразу. Ладно, потушим здесь. Хоть чуток притушим. Здесь потушим. Так. Главное, резко так все загорается.
It's putting out the fire. First I was freezing, now I'm burning up. I don't know which one is worse. There she is. Oh shit! Leonor! I'm coming! Just hold on.
Лина, я иду.
It's almost over.
Почти добрался ты. Ой, яшки мазошки, а?
Oh fuck! Fuck! Jesus Christ!
Да не то слово, блин. Так, ага. Так, нам куда? Наверное, туда, что ли? Ну да.
Oh, Stanley, thank God! You're alive! I saw you.
Ты жив?
standing on the
Какое
ship.
счастье. Не говори.
Hurry, Stanley. The fire is coming, and the smoke is getting...
Still alive. Still alive.
Правильно. Значит, ну туда опять. И нет.
Made it. Come on, Stanley.
Быстрее, Стэнли. Так, ну туда. Не-не-не.
No! You
Нет.
son of a bitch!
Что такое?
The fire roars around me. It wants to crack me open, to burn its way inside to the deep center of my core, where I still feel frozen and cold.
Oh shit!
Ой, так, ладно, во. Только что здесь горело, блин. Теперь не горит. Так. Бункер, блин. Во. Опять вода.
I've got to clear the path.
Ничего. Чем мы сюда пришли-то?
Till now, I never knew how much my father hated Stanley. And the man has always had his secrets, but he's never just lied to me. He tried to tell me about why Stanley was really arrested and the truth about Rory Cochrane. But I can't believe what he said about Stanley. I can't. All those people. Stanley would never.
Так. И чего? Куда нам? Идем туда сходим. Ни карты нет, ничего нет. Куда хочешь, туда беги. А, вот. Вот что-то. Что-то есть. Так, здесь мы пройдем. Пройдем. Ага. А нет, все. Здесь вода как была, такая есть. Я надеюсь, здесь-то отмерзло все. Ни хрена. Что такое звенято? Здесь вроде проход какой-то. Или нет? Так, оно в какую сторону же? Что-то я не понял. Так. Так, ну я здесь был. Может сюда? А, сюда вот. Чё ты не переключаешься, эй? Во. О, все.
Hope that clears a path.
Но это не включается. Так. В принципе, да, я правильно туда шел. Тот бункер как раз вот. Да, вот, дверь это. Свобода.
Leonor!
Stanley? Hurry! The fire!
Listen to me!
А где она?
I have to leave you!
Wait!
Инор, Пэт.
Those vents there! If I just let the steam out, they'll keep the fire away from you. But I can't do it from here.
Don't leave! Not yet!
You'll be fine. I promise.
Я обещаю, что вернусь и спасу тебя, любимая моя. Ты только не сгорай. Так, все, там ничего, там тупик.
Jesus Christ! I'm back to where I started.
Боже мой. Вот остался еще стажок туда зайти, туда мы не пойдем, там делать нечего. У нас карточка есть. Так, и нам куда? Что-то я не понял. А, сюда. Холодно, 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 холодно.
Freezing in here. It's so cold.
Осторожно.
At least it's warm in here.
Идешь там. Так, здесь что-то тоже. Бункер.
Containment door open.
There's one.
Containment door locked.
Oh shit!
Stanley, it's working. I know you can hear me. It's working. Come back to me, Stanley. Don't leave. Don't leave me, please. Come back to me.
Не ухожу я тебя спасаю. Вы не тормозите.
Valve. Almost finished. It's still cold.
Stanley.
А, это финал, что ли, или что-то? Или сюжет?
Leonore, even through these heavy stone walls, I still hear your voice. Even as this coal slips like a knife into my bones, I still feel you with me. And yet, here at the end, I hardly know where to begin.
Ну да, это конец,
The words
наверное.
are difficult to
Финальный,
say,
финал.
but I think it's finally time I finish
Умер
my unfinished
ради
story.
любви.
Through all our
Замерз.
years together, you must have known what I've done, but you never asked me about it, never accused me of anything, so I've never spoken the truth. After my father died, I wanted to lash out, and when Michael gave me a chance for revenge, I took it. But when I placed that bomb in the pub, I didn't avenge my father. I betrayed him. And it's haunted my nightmares ever since. I feel the heat of the blast, hear the screams of the wounded.
Машина.
I can taste the dust and smell the blood. But all I can see
Похож
is
на
her little
Volkswagen Жук.
scarf like a crimson river flowing out of the rubble. Every night
Чем-то.
they return. Nightmares of her. I see her entering the pub, reaching up to hold her father's hand. I call out to her, "Don't go in," but she never hears. She always goes through that door. I didn't deserve the life you gave me, and you don't deserve the life I've given you. You rescued me from prison, but you've been paying for my sins ever since. You sacrificed everything to run with me. It's time you left my nightmares behind.
Да, печальная история, конечно.
Without me, you can be free. Without me, you can go home.
Да, без меня ты сможешь вернуться домой. Ну да, я так понимаю, он там это. Я еще жив, я жду. Все.
Leonore, you are my light. Goodbye.
Да, он прощается. Все-таки он открыл вентиль. Ленор, прощай.
Хоррор-канал. Финал.
Да, да. Все-таки он умер, но ее спас.
We have one survivor. Patient is female. She's slightly hypotensive at 90/60. Respiratory rate is 14 and O2
Спасатели
stats are
как
30.
раз
We immobilized her leg and started warming measures.
прилетели.
She's pretty blue, but she's still with us.
Чуток не успели, ну блин. Рация, куртка. Да, чуть-чуть было, и все, и оба спасли. Не, нормальная игрушка. Сыграть можно. Я бы не сказал, что прям вообще это плохая. Нет, нормальная. Вот титры. Простенькая. Ну, интересная. Создатели. Да. Ладно. Ладно, ребят, подписывайтесь на канал, ставьте лайки, пишите комментарии. Мне игра понравилась. Стримчик заканчивается. Всем пока-пока.
Хоррор-канал. Давай пришельцев запускай.
Ну, ща я скачаю их и это запущу. Так, все. Я ушел.